Hey guys, welcome to my third Java tutorial. This is Vasantvi and in this video we are going to see about the data types. So this video is going to be a theoretical video, but this is super important, so make sure that you watch this video until the end. Now let's get into the video. So the three common data types of Java are integer data type, float data type and the character data type. The first data type is integer data type. This data type allows the variable to store the integer values. Integer values in the sense like 5, 6, -8, 10, those are all the integer values. So these values can be stored in the variable which is of integer data type. So the second data type is float data type. The variable with this data type can hold the decimal values. Decimal values like 9.2, 10.5, 11.7, those are all the decimal values which the variable can hold if it is of float data type. So the third data type is character data type. The variable which has this data type can hold a character of an alphabet like A or B or C, but it can only hold one character at a time. So these three are the common data types in Java. Int is the keyword for integer, float is the keyword for float, and char is the keyword for character. So we are going to use these keywords to declare our variable. So the declaration of variable is quite simple. If you don't know that, please do watch the previous video and let me tell it once again as well. So the declaration is like this: first the keyword and then the variable name. So the keyword is very important because you are going to tell your compiler what type of data your variable is going to hold. So the keyword followed by the variable name. This is how we will declare our variable. So for this type, the same as follows: the keyword and then the variable name and then the value. But here you have a doubt. You would have a doubt. That is, here I have not given any value, and for float I have given a value. You might think that okay, so integer you should not give a value and float you can give a value. It's not like that. You can either declare your variable like this or you can declare your variable like this. You can follow both the methods. Here I have just simply declared my variable, but here along with the declaration I have assigned the value to my variable. That's what is different here. And in this data type, again the keyword followed by the variable name equal to the value, and make sure that when you are using the character data type, your character should come inside the single quotes. That's very important. That's super important. And also one important point to note: while you are using the float keyword, always make sure that your value is coming along with the f. If you want to store a value like 15.5, you should put it like 15.5f, because the f is super important. Without this, the compiler will not run the program. So basically, with the help of these three data types, your basic needs are getting satisfied. But there is a single problem. It's not a problem, but there is a restriction or limitation to how much your data type can hold. Let's take integer for example. Integer can hold only values like 40, 4000 or 40,000. When you need to store values like 40 million or 4 million, you need some other data type, a data type which can hold bigger values. So for that, Java has a separate set of data types. Like the integer data type and float data type are so well and good, but they are just small. So the long and double comes as a replacement for the integer and float data type. Long is the replacement for integer data type. Long has bigger values, and double is the replacement for float data type. It can store bigger decimal values. And character, there is not a replacement, but there is an upgradation, which is the string data type. Let's discuss further. So these three are the data types which are called the upgradation or the replacement for the previous data types. So first, the long data type. Long data type stores bigger integer values. There's nothing different from the integer data type, just the name. You're going to use long data type. The keyword is long and everything else is the same. So the long data type stores the values which is bigger in size, the bigger integer values. And the same goes for the double data type. The variable with the double data type is going to store bigger decimal values than the variable with the float data type. So the keyword for double data type is double. For long, L is small, and for double, D is small. So coming to this very special data type, I'm a fan of this data type. Why am I a fan? Because in character data type you can store only one character, which almost sucks. But in the string data type you can store alphabets, numerals, and then the special characters all in the same string. It's quite special, right? So it's super fantastic. So this keyword for the string data type is string. S is on caps, make sure that you put that. So the declaration is all normal, but make sure that the string which you are giving should be enclosed with the double quotes. For the character data type it's single quotes, for the string data type it's double quotes. And also coming to the very specific part of these values, you can see that long data type has L and double data type has D. First I want you to get this clarity. You can use either L in capital or L in small. You can use either D in small or D in capital. That is the first clarity which you should have. And then the second thing which I need you to know is a super important thing. Please listen to this carefully. For the float data type, we have put the value along with the F. That is a compulsory thing. You have to put the F. If not, then the program will not run. But for the long data type, you can avoid this L. You can just give this number and your program will still work, because I've tested it. If your program doesn't work, then give the L, because I have said that you have an option to use L. So if your program doesn't run without the L, then give it. That's it. The same goes for double. It's not a compulsion to use D, but if your program is not running, then use the D. But for float, you should always use the F. Since for float we are always asked to use the F, I would suggest you to go with the double data type always when you take up a decimal number. In my all the tutorials I'm going to use only the double. I'm not going to use the float data type. So make sure you get accustomed to that. And finally here comes the rare one. So this is the Boolean data type. What is the Boolean data type? Boolean data type is a special data type, and the variable which has this data type can only store two values. Either that value can be true or the value can be false. Other than these two values, the variable can never store any other value if it's a Boolean data type. The keyword for Boolean data type is Boolean with B as capital. Make sure that you put it caps. For example, this is the keyword variable name equal to the value. Here, get this point very clearly. For the string data type, we used to enclose the string within the double quotes. But for Boolean, you should not put the double quotes. You should just simply put true. And also the T is on small, F is on small. Don't mess that up. So that's it for this video. I hope you understood this video. This might be a little boring video and you might not have understood that. But if you haven't understood it, please do watch it once again. I'm pretty sure that you will understand this video, and this is a very important video, super important. So make sure that you understand this. If you liked this video, please do subscribe and click on the post notification. Thank you guys.